Clerks 2 was the long-awaited sequel to Kevin Smith's debut film. Dante, Randall, even Jay and Silent Bob are back yet again, this time working at a Movies after Randall accidentally causes a fire at the Quick Stop. Dante is on the verge of moving to Florida with his fiancée, Emma, but starts having second thoughts about leaving. To me, it is very hard to decide which Clerks is better. Both are, I believe, equally hilarious. Both are equal on every single part. And it's because of how familiar Kevin Smith is with these characters and how much he loves them. And you can really tell he loves these characters because he writes them so perfectly. So it's always been a hard struggle for me to decide which one I actually prefer. Back when I first saw Clerks 2 for the first time, I actually didn't care for it. And that was because I was a dumbass and I never saw the first one. So one day me and my dad watched the first Clerks. And obviously, like I said, the first Clerks is a 5 out of 5 to me. It's the movie that made me want to start making movies. It's that inspirational to me. And then I watched Clerks 2, and again and again and again with my dad. In fact, we were so obsessed with Clerks 2, we would watch it, then restart it, watch it again, restart it, watch with the commentary track. We loved Clerks 2. So I can't even say which one I like more because both are absolutely hysterical. There isn't one moment of this movie that feels out of the familiar. We know Dante, we know Randall, and they feel exactly the way that you remember them from the first Clerks. And I mean, he's had a lot of time working with these characters. I mean, Jay and Silent Bob was in the first Clerks, then Mallrats, then Chasing Amy. Basically, every single Kevin Smith movie up to this point except Jersey Girl, Jay and Silent Bob were in, and Dante and Randall were only in the first Clerks, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, and now Clerks 2. And if you didn't know, there was actually a Clerks cartoon. So check it out if you have never seen it. In Clerks 2, Dante is constantly looking out for the better future of his life. He is excited to move away, to start anew, get away from the bullshit of Jersey. And Randall's just sitting there like, I want to keep the bullshit going, and I want you there with me. And he obviously continues on being the asshole that we know and love. I love these characters so much. I find them extremely relatable. And in this Clerks, we actually get a couple other great characters. Elias is freaking hysterical. He's this Christian kid that works at Movies that Randall constantly just berates and treats like shit. Because it's the only other person he can talk to other than Dante. And Elias is hysterical. The whole scene with Pillow Pants absolutely kills me. There's a moment in the film which does like a Lord of the Rings versus Star Wars, which is better. There's only one return, you ass. That whole thing, that scene is one of the greatest moments in this movie. And I hate to tell you, but Lord of the Rings is better than Star Wars. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. It's just true. Rosario Dawson is also in this movie. She's very close to Dante, and she's literally the only person that can really make Dante think about staying in Jersey. She's incredible in this movie. Every single person in this movie was just fantastic. Just like the first Clerks, every single situation and scene flows so perfectly to the next. And it shows because Kevin Smith loves these characters so much, and he knows how much we like them. And it shows in his writing, and it shows in the direction. There isn't one moment of this movie that is wasted. It is just comedy gold. It is fantastic. I love it so much. Another thing that I really liked about Clerks 2 was there are several heartfelt moments. There is a lot with the feeling of losing your best friend. Dante is on the verge of leaving, and him and Randall have been friends for their whole lives. And there's a scene towards the end of the movie where Randall literally pours his heart out to Dante, telling him that he is absolutely nothing without their friendship. And that he just wants to be there with his best friend. It doesn't matter if they're bullshitting or working at some quick stop. At least he's doing it with his best friend. It is such a well-acted scene, so well written, and it's so freaking good. Clerks 3 was actually announced several years ago, and they never made it because it was scrapped, I believe. And then now it's actually going to be in the works, which is super exciting because I love this series so much. And so now we have Clerks 1 and 2 to watch over and over and over again, if you haven't already. If you haven't, please watch this movie. Please watch the first one. I plan on going over every single Kevin Smith movie, so I'm basically going to be talking about all of them. But Clerks 2 is hysterical. Every single moment of this movie is amazing. The soundtrack is incredible. You just need to see it. Clerks 2, to me, is another 5 out of 5 movie. And if you really think differently, then you must be as blind as Anne Frank. I love this movie so much, and I hope you enjoy it too if you watch it for the first time. But thank you so much for watching this video. If you have not, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends, and hope to see you again. So thank you so much, and bye.